Morning YouTubers. Well, I can tell you it's brass monkey weather today. It really is. Out there it's terrible. We've got a westerly wind blowing and it's biting cold, and the rain's coming down with it. We've got hail, rain and it's sleet. It's melting though as soon as it hits the ground, but the hailstone, it was like bouncing off the greenhouse not 10 minutes ago. It's bloody horrendous it is. So I can't work outside. Lucky I've actually done a few videos earlier in the week, and as you know, we've done all the strawberry bed. However, we had another 200 strawberry plants in pots what we needed to take all the leaves off, and they're at the back of the plot where we do all the veg, and they've been ticking away over winter. Anyway, I thought it was about time. Bloody hailstone's starting again now. So I thought it was about time we actually got into them trays and started to clean them up a bit. So I done a little clip, speeded it up, added a bit of music, and you're going to see me go around my fingers moving like lightning. But the thing is, I wish I could do that every day. Unfortunately, we did speed the camera up, I think it was about 32 times. So here we go, and I say, just in time for that bloody hail. That hail's coming down again on the greenhouse. Well guys, as you can see there, these strawberries need the dead leaves taking off them as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend half an hour doing this. Something what needs to be done. We're going to add some music to it so it's not too boring. And you're going to watch my fingers move like lightning through this lot. So keep watching, and you'll see the strawberries start to look a lot better in the next minute or two. So there you go, there's 195 there. If you discard the 3 pots what I've emptied, and there's 195 strawberries, and in total there was 100 possible out of 198. These we've got 195. There's a few very small, but you know, we'll get around that. They'll grow, and we're going to give them a drink of some comfrey tea in a bit, and that should kick them into growing. Although, you know, it's early days. I only need 50 of them, to be quite honest with you, and I could pick 50 out there quite easily now to use, but I'm just going to leave them and let them put on a little bit of a leaf mass, and then we'll sort the 50 out that we're going to keep, and the rest of them we'll give away. And I can tell you, it was bloody hard work picking the leaves out of them pots. Well, as you see there folks, they're all the leaves from the strawberries. We just put his foot in them, flatten them down a bit. I'm going to be taking them home and putting them into the bin what the council come to take away. You know, you put all your grass cuttings and stuff like that in there. and that's where they're going. We wouldn't normally take them to Cobden Street tip. We certainly won't be putting them into as compost bins on the allotment. They do have a lot of fungal spores and what have you in them, and you know, it's, some of them are bad, some of them are good, but to be quite honest with you, the stems don't break down very well, and they can be a bit of a mess when you come to when you're using your compost. So yeah, they're going, and as you can see just here, with a few gaps there, there's three pots what didn't make it, or 3 plants didn't make it out of 198. So we got 195 there, and as I've just said, we only need 50. Right, so yeah, that's going to get rid of that now. Bag it up and get rid of it. Anyway, it's still at it. It's been at it for the last 20 minutes or so. It's absolutely horrendous out there. Although it's not, like I say, it's not settling on the ground. Although it's been 20 minutes since I last looked out, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, we cleaned them all up as you saw there. We only need 50 of them, so the rest of them I'll probably give whatever my brother wants, and we'll give the rest away to new plot owners, which will be coming on this year, no doubt, and we'll be able to give them presents. You know, a couple of strawberry plants for you. So yeah, we've done all that, and the leaves we took home and we put in the council compost bin, so they'll remove that at the end of the week, hopefully. That's if we bother to turn up. We don't turn up half the bloody time, the council, with the rubbish bins. It's a terrible sight when you walk around Salford sometimes, when you see all the bin bags on the pavement, and that's all down to the council, that not emptying the bins, or not willing to lift the bloody bin bags and put them into the back of the van. If it ain't in the plastic tub, they don't, you know, they won't touch it these days. All got glass backs. Anyway, back to the what we've been doing. We also was in the middle greenhouse as well the other day. I was looking in there, and I noticed the lids looked a bit funny on my propagators, which have got me winter onions in. Yeah, winter onions are in these propagators. Now we looked in, and I realised that there was actually pushing the lid up. So we removed all the lids off the propagators and give them the first watering since we actually put the seeds in and put the sets in. And well, let's see what they look like. Hey guys, you join me in the middle greenhouse. I'm just showing you my onions, which I should have put in a while back. Senshu. These are all winter onions. There's, as you can see there in the picture, there's 200 onions, and they've all come up, or almost all up. There's one just being a bit awkward, but the rest of them are all up. So there's 200 onions there, what need to go out. However, you can hear the hail and the sleet outside bouncing off the greenhouse. It's not doing them any good, but we'll come back to these in the next few weeks. We'll be putting them outside in about, I'd say, another 3-4 weeks. But you know, they'll grow well on in here in this grow house inside the greenhouse. And yeah, just down here as well, we've got some shallots starting to come up now, but I really think we should put them in bigger trays. So I might winkle these out and put them in bigger pots. I've got a lot of pots what we can put them in, and we'll bring them on, and they go out probably the same time, hopefully. But yeah, they're the onions. We've got a lot more onions, by the way, but these are the ones which, these are the winter onions, which should have gone in, oh, what, 4 or 5 more 6 weeks ago. But I think we'll do alright. I think they'll do alright once we get them out. In fact, I think they might do even better, because they've got over a lot of the cold out there. So yeah, watch this space with these. So as you see, we've got 200 there, 200 winter onions. Now I should have put them in about 8 weeks ago, 6 to 8 weeks ago, but I was so busy doing other things. I thought, what we'll do, we'll play the catch up, we'll stick them into trays, leave them in the greenhouse, in the propagator in the grow house. They should be okay, and they're doing fine. They really are. We'll put them out in about, what I'd say, about 4 or 5 weeks. By then they'll be about 8 inches high. We're going to grow them very close to each other this time. We grew them 12 inches apart last year, and they didn't do at all well. Normally we grow them about 6 inches apart, and they almost touch each other when we do it. And it's strange, really. But, anyway, so we're going to be growing them closer. But before we do all that, I was doing some burning on my brother's plot. Actually, it wasn't my plot, and we're burning a load of wood. Now we've got a problem on the allotments. When the wind blows from the east, it's okay, but when it blows from the west, it blows it towards the houses, and everyone starts to complain. Now, I've explained to everybody who's burning what they need to do is make sure the wood's dry and it will not blow black, billowing, horrible smoke everywhere. But they don't listen. They get the fire going, then they start throwing damp grass on the fires, and oh, the smoke's horrendous. Anyway, I'm going to show you this little fire, what we got going there, and you can see for yourself there's going to be hardly any smoke coming off it. That's because the wood was dry. So let me show you that. Well guys, talk about eccentric me. Here we are on my brother's plot burning wood. Got the old drum going there this morning. Burnt loads of wood. Just a tiny bit over there to burn now. I'm sat on a chair here with my flask in me between my legs. With the brolly up in the pouring rain in the middle of a plot watching wood burn. How more eccentric can you get? And you know what, there's not another place on the earth I'd rather be right this moment. It's fantastic just watching this fire burn. I'm like I say, I'm not wet, I'm dry. I'm just getting rid of all this wood off my brother's plot. Earlier this morning was burning dry wood, and well, they want a bit of smoke anyway. Now they've started to rain, this wood's getting a bit damp, it's starting to throw a bit of a tiny bit of smoke out, unfortunately. But we've only got a couple more bits of wood to burn, so it's tolerable anyway. So that's it. I'm just going to sit here with me, pour myself another cup of coffee now, and I'm going to chillax for another half hour and watch the fire. Might even go and dig a couple of spuds up and have some roasted spuds. So that's my burning bin. I've took it that since. It's on me. My neighbour's got it now on her plot. But all the ash, we removed it, nails and all, put them in a bag. I need a magnet. But what I'm going to do is put all that ash onto the onion bed. And that's what we've got to do. We're going to be doing that shortly. The onions like the potassium in it, and my mate Bernard has been throwing ash all over his plot for years, and the onions that he gets the size of your head. Yeah, it's started again. Bloody the ale bouncing off the greenhouse, and it's starting to collect on the glass up there at the moment. But I can say it's bitterly cold here, guys, today. So anyway, like I say, he's actually he uses it, and his onions are fantastic. So that's what we're doing. We're going to put some of that on, and with this rain, it's just going to soak it all into the ground. So my job will be done. We give it a bit of oil in before we actually put the onions in, and I reckon they'll do well this year. But what we've got to do is we've got to put the lime into all the beds as well. What we're going to be growing, because we added tons of chicken manure and horse manure into the beds, and what that's done is brought the pH up, and a lot of plants don't like it. So we use the lime to counteract that, and again, we're going to be putting the lime in before we put any of the veg in, and that'll bring the pH back down to, I think about, well, neutral really, about 7, something like that, 6, 7, and we'll be good to go for planting. So yeah, that's another thing we're going to be doing. The other thing as well, I broke my New Year's resolution, guys. Damn, I couldn't help myself. as you saw me planting, I was doing a couple of these they're like oak barrels, and putting loads of tulips in and crocuses down the centre, and I was on the car boot on the Sunday, and I saw the same guy who had these trays. I thought, these planters, I thought I'll go and get myself another 4. They're only a couple of quid each. Anyway, we got back down to the allotments, and I was looking at the planters which go right down the centre of my allotment. Now you got the back part of the allotment is just for the veg, the front part is for the fruit and the flowers. Okay, right down the centre of that is 10 planters. Now I was moving, trying to move the planters just slightly to one side, and it just crumbled in my hand. Now they've been there for about 3-4 years, these planters, and with the sun, the UV, ultraviolet light and what have you, it's actually basically rotted the plastic, so it just crumbles. I'm sure you've all picked up a pot and a part of it's come away in your hand. So what I decided to do, I looked at the time, it was about 11, so I shot back down to the car boot, and he was still there, so I bought another 4. So now I've got 10 of these planters. So what we're going to do, after all the tulips and daffodils have come up in the planters which are there now, once they die back, what we're going to do is transfer them all into these planters. So we're going to have a row of new planters, and they'll look absolutely wonderful. And what we're going to do with them, there's a little sunflower called Little Leo, and we're going to put 3 in each of them. So there'll be, I mean, we've taken care of February, March, April into May of flowers. We've got a load of summer flowers in there which will be coming up, like the gladiolas, the lilies, the dahlias and what have you. And that's another thing as well. We'll get some more dahlias this year as well. We always get more dahlias, and hopefully that will take care of the summer flowers as well. So you know, we've got a lot of other flowers which will be coming up, cosmos and stuff like that. But yeah, we will try and keep it going all the way through the year, and well, that's what we're going to try to achieve. So yeah, I brought my New Year's resolution by when we was in B&Q getting them spuds, and like I said, I bought a couple of packs of bulbs, didn't I? Well, it was raining pretty much like this. Well, actually, sleet. It was raining at the time, but this is sleet. And they were in my greenhouse, and I'm like that, chomping at the bit. Well, I thought, I've got to get something started here. And I had these in my hands. Now, these are called Lithium Self-Blanching Celery, and these are ones there. These are called Monarch Celeriac. Now, you can actually put these into propagators. Here's all my little planters here, ready to, you know, my little propagators and everything here is ready to go. And I was thinking, I've got to stop myself because it's too early. It really is. You put them in at the start of February. That's when you want to. You can do them now, but eating propagate, you could do them now. But the best time to do them is just probably a week into February. Then you can put them in propagators inside your grow houses, inside your greenhouses. They'll take care that you won't need heat on them. But these do take a long time to grow. They're a very long growing plant, you know, so you've got to make sure you get them started early. And anyway, I was chomping at the bit. I thought, I've got to do something, my hands are all, I've got to plant something. And then I've realised all these bulbs on offer in B&Q, and they're like saying with 50p for a £3 pack, £1 for a £4 pack. So what do you think I did, guys? Went back, and all the tulips what I've never seen before, which was quite a lot, I filled my carrier bags full of them. I got 2 carrier bags full of more bulbs. So I've got to find a place for them all. So yeah, we might be able to squeeze them. We might be able to squeeze a few more in there, but I couldn't help myself. But I've not. Anyway, well, like I say, I bought all these and I got down here and it's not stopped raining since, so I defeated the point. I broke my New Year's resolution, I won't buy any more bulbs. So That one sucks, because I can't even do it today. You can hear it outside. Every 10 minutes it starts to hail, rain and snow. So that's a bit of a bummer. But yeah, so we've got all that to do. And one last thing I want to finish on. It was I was on my plot the other day. It wasn't raining at the time, and I noticed a few of the birds feeding on the bottom below the feeders, and it hit me. These birds like to feed low down. So what I did was I got one of these seed balls and started to crunch it up, and spread it around underneath the feeders. And true to form, the wrens, the robins, the thistral thrushes, quasar, blackbirds, male and female blackbird, I call him quasar. There was ringneck doves. They were all feeding underneath the feeders. And I saw this like tiny little blur shoot past me, and I thought, what the bloody hell's that? So luckily I had the cameras. Now this don't normally happen. I always see it, and I haven't got my camera. So I swung the camera around fast, and I started to video it. This thing's jumping about from branch to branch like lightning. I mean, it was like the bloody Flash, where it was in one place and it was in another, and then it flew across the path into another bush, and I swung it round. Anyway, we've got about a minute of recording of this little thing. So when we looked at the video, there was a lot of blurry bits, there was a lot of parts where I hadn't caught it. Anyway, we reduced it all down to about 15 seconds. But it was moving like lightning, so what we did, we slowed the video down, and it looked like it was just normally moving about. It was moving that fast, it was like a bloody hummingbird. Anyway, we've actually got a video of this. Now, this is a new species to my plot, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll run the video. In fact, you're going to see what it is when I think I put the bloody name in already, what it is on the video. So you're going to see this little bird now, and it turns out the wren isn't the smallest bird in the country. This is. So check this out. So yeah, a beautiful little gold crest. Now I thought it was is that baby goldfinch? It was moving so fast, you couldn't see it, but when it settled down, you can see the gold crest on its head there. It's absolutely mint. And what blew me away, I saw the female as well with it. So there is a pair, and they are on my plot, and it's because I put the crumbled up seed ball. I didn't put a full one, I just like a third of one really, and I crunched it up, and I've been doing that every day. I put about a quarter, and I crumple it up and spread it around the bottom of the where the feeders are, and all these ground feeding birds are moving in now. So I've got even more birds coming to me allotments and feeding. So I'm really chuffed. But yeah, a new species of bird has popped onto my plot. I've got it recorded. There is 2 more species of birds. Now I've looked on on RSPB, I've looked on their website, I've looked everywhere to see if I can find these 2 birds. Now I haven't caught them on camera yet, and they're small birds, but the colours in them are absolutely crazy, and like they're like look like a pie wagtail, but they're not a pie wagtail. Well, anyway, once I catch them, I'm hoping you guys can identify them, because I can't see them on the RSPB website, whatever it's called. All the birds of Britain I've looked, and the 2 species I've never seen, and I still can't find them. But until I get the proper pictures of them, we're stumped. So watch out for them two birds. There's two different species. They're not a male and female of the same species. They're two different species, complete different species. So yeah. Anyway, like I say, with that little gold crest there, I'm going to end the video. It stops sleet outside. The sleet stopped outside, so it doesn't look too bad out there. It hasn't settled on the ground. Temperature, it's 12 degrees. That's 12 degrees in here, but outside it's about 5 degrees. It's bloody freezing outside. It was down to minus 3.9. It was nearly -4. That's what it's got down to last night. So at the moment it's 12 degrees in here. I've got no heating. So obviously it's the sun what's heating everything up when it can get through the bloody sleet and snow and what have you. So I'm going to get back to the car before it starts the hailstone again, and try and get this video up, show you all. But I hope you enjoyed the little gold crest there, and damn, I knew I was going to break my New Year's resolution. See you in the next one, guys. I'm sure we'll be chipping the potatoes in the next one, and we may even start doing a bit of some of these seeds. And I know we've got to plant all them bulbs before it's too late. I'll be showing you the selection what I've picked as well. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.